Welcome to Authentic Journey. This is a show about raw conversations about life and living.
I'm Neliana, a funny, smart, lovely, and sexy woman who loves to challenge ideas.
And my name is Kim. I'm a woman, a mother, a sister, an aunt, a colleague, and I think a great friend. I'm a human being who enjoys connecting with people.
We want to encourage you to give yourself permission to have honest and raw conversations in the search for your own authenticity.
Thank you for joining us. Neliana and I will be talking about pausing and reflection because it seems like that's where we find ourselves today. As career women, mothers, and we have a lot going on for us. Sometimes it's just good to pause and reflect about where you're coming from, where you are right now, and where you're going. And I'm curious, like, what thoughts you have about that, Neliana?
Oof, I think that it's hard for me, especially in the last couple of days,
Yeah.
about pausing and reflecting, because I feel that I get in this spiral of reflecting and reflecting and reflecting and, and without pausing.
Yeah.
I think that it's getting to the point that I feel sometimes that I'm crazy because I wake up reflecting and I go to sleep reflecting and it's exhausting.
Yeah.
So it's in some way funny that we are talking about this because right now I don't feel the balance between pausing and reflecting. So I think that I'm more curious about how do you connect those two pieces?
Yeah.
Because for me, it sounds that I'm out of control reflecting.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, for me, I want to say that there are times when I'm right where you are, where it's just reflection, reflection, reflection. And I certainly understand the sentiment of feeling exhausted, right? Because there's so much my mind can handle, when you're working, when you're mom, cooking, cleaning, running errands, taking the kids to their activities, your mind is always there, but your mind is 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 steps ahead. Because after the activity, you have XYZ to still do. So I had to check in with myself because I got tired of being tired. Literally, I was tired when I woke up in the morning. I wake up tired. So even before my foot hit the floor, I was already tired. And I asked myself, I said, and Cam, you can't keep doing this. You're going to burn out if you've not already burnt out and you're just pushing through oblivious of the fact that you're burnt out. So I started asking myself, what can I do to stop myself from reflecting when I don't reflect? Um, and one thing that is very good about pausing my thought processes for whatever reason is music. So I set, as silly as it sounds, I set my morning alarm to music. But it got annoying because now I started hearing the repetitive music when the alarm goes
That you already
off.
knows what is going to play next to that one.
Exactly. So I'm like, okay, now this is getting irritating. So what I started doing now, I started when the alarm goes off, I turn it off and I pick a playlist that I like. So this playlist, like now that is what like the alarm goes off, I'm irritated by it. And then I ask myself, how do I want to wake up this morning? If it's Afro beats I want to listen to, I play I play an Afrobeat playlist. And because I'm Nigerian, there's this thing about Afrobeat that just brings me joy. Right. So imagine like getting up at 6 o'clock tired, but I have Afro beats in my ear and I'm getting the kids ready, I'm cooking breakfast. Somehow I find myself moving. And I'm like, so the reflection is non-existent because now my mind is focused exercise for myself. And other times, I, walk the kid to the bus, and then I just go for a walk around the neighborhood or go for a run around the neighborhood. Now, this second way that I do it, for me, I really like it. And as a matter of fact, I did it this morning. I was sitting down, I was like, oh, I need to meet Aunt Neliana. What do I need to do? And then my daughter came and said, oh, do you want to go to the park with me? I'm going running. And I was like, you know what? And I stopped myself because I was about to say no. I was about to say no because I was literally about to list. I'm going to do this and the reflection. I was going to literally tell her all my things, and I said, you know what? Yes, yes, I'd love to go with you, right? And we went to the park, and I'm so glad that I stopped the reflection, because if I didn't, it would just go crazy and take on a life of its own. But when I go to the park, for whatever reason, just hearing the sounds of nature, like the different birds, hearing the traffic in the distance, seeing people walk, slows down my reflections. It slows it down for me. I can't explain it. It's almost like I'm still reflecting, but I'm reflecting productively. I don't know how else to explain it, but that I'm still thinking. But there are some things that once it pops in my head, it's almost like the nature is like, nope, and it disappears as quickly as it comes. And I'm forced to be present in nature. I'm forced to see a bird, or I'm forced to see a rabbit, or someone passes you by as they're jogging and they say good morning, and they say good morning back. And when I go for my nature walks or nature runs, I try my best not to listen to music, because the goal is to focus on nature instead of be distracted. So I'm removing myself from artificial noises and immersing myself in natural noises, if that makes any sense. And I'm so sorry, that's a lengthy feedback, but that's
No,
what works for me.
I was thinking that when you use the word reflecting,
Hmm.
think about the things that you have to do.
Hmm. Hmm.
For me, they're reflecting, at least the one that I was doing at the beginning, that it made me exhausting. It's
Hmm.
not about the things that I have to do, because I don't think that I reflect about those. I
Okay.
just do what I supposed to do.
Ah,
So the things that I need to do, I just add them to my to-do list. I don't
yeah.
think about if I need to do it or not. I just do it. For me,
So,
they're
so, so,
reflect,
so I want to interrupt you rudely I'm interrupting you rudely on purpose. What about the things you don't want to do?
uh,
Do
depends,
you, yeah.
because there are things that if you ask me at this point that I'm exhausted, if I
Hmm.
want to do
Yeah.
work, no. If I
Yeah.
want to do
Yeah.
uh, lunch and dinner for my kids, no.
Hmm.
If you
Hmm.
ask me, do you want to go to a soccer game? No.
No. Yeah.
But there's not an option.
Yes.
uh,
Yes.
they have to cook. I need to pay
Mm-hmm.
bills. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the part
Yeah.
that I don't reflect. I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
add it to the list
Yeah.
because I know that I
Yes.
have to do.
Right.
For me, the reflecting part that is exhausting is thinking about my life,
Mm.
who I am, what I want,
Mm.
the emotional
Yeah.
part, the identity part, that I
Mm.
don't know if I can escape from that, because it's happened when I'm working with a client, and the client, and we are talking about what they want in life and what kind of relationship or what kind of work, that in some ways make me
Mm.
connect with my own self.
Reflect. Yes.
When my kid says, I want to do, I don't know, like, I want a play date and you need to call the mom. It's like, I don't want to do
Yeah.
this.
Mm.
I don't have time. So, but if I say no, who I am. So
Mm.
it's this not
Yeah.
ending
Yeah.
input that I'm receiving for
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's not that it's something new. I think that people
Mm. Yeah.
always say something, or you
Yeah.
are watching a movie, or you are listening a song, and usually doesn't get me to this internal process. But right now, because I'm in this, like I say, a spiral of non-stopping, almost any input is make me reflect. So when people like a friend told me like, "Oh my God, you are strong, you got this," and I start thinking,
Do
"Do
I?
I have this?"
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
so
yeah,
why do you see me strong if I don't feel strong right now?
yeah, yeah,
And it's exhausting,
yeah,
and
yeah,
and, and I think that there is a beauty reflecting and growing,
yeah,
because I can see that at the end of this process, I'm going to be in a better place. I'm going to grow in some way.
yeah,
But right now, in this moment, it feels too much. And I don't
yeah,
know how to stop that, because, like I say, you are always receiving
yeah,
information from the
yeah,
outside.
yeah,
And I cannot say, I'm not going to hear this, because what is happening is that is my body reacting.
yeah,
So I hear something, my body have a reaction that sometimes
mm,
come in a way of tears,
yeah,
or sometimes come more with anxiety that I need movement.
yeah,
And I don't know, it's because I'm a therapist, I
yeah,
cannot stop asking, hey, what is happening? Why your
mm,
tears are
mm,
coming? What
mm,
are you
mm,
connecting? What is your
mm,
body? Why?
yeah,
And 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 I know in some way that I need to pause,
yeah,
uh, but I don't know how to do it
yeah,
when life
yeah, keeps
keeps
going.
happening.
Mhm,
Uh, so
yeah,
I listen music, like you say. I wake up with this Latin music. I go to the restroom, like taking a shower, music, cooking
mm,
music,
mm, mm,
private music, depending on
mm,
my mood. There's
yeah,
different kind of music, but I'm always with music, because in
mm,
some ways that regulate me,
mm,
but also some songs
yeah,
make me think about stuff. So it's
yeah,
like I just want like an empty,
mm,
not empty outside, empty place in my brain. Like,
yeah,
can you just
yeah,
turn off, so I don't have to process anything else. I don't have to think. Uh,
yeah.
yeah,
Is there ever a time when is there ever a time when you get that where it's empty and you don't have to process it? Do you ever?
I think that no, I don't think that I had never been uh,
Okay.
there. But I think that before uh, Netflix
Mm,
was my stop your brain. So when I was
mm,
like clicking Netflix, it was like I'm shutting
yeah,
down my brain.
yeah,
It's fine.
yeah.
This is not about thoughts.
Okay.
This is an emotional kind of congestion. Uh,
Oh
and
wow.
and I don't think that I can stop that with Netflix.
Mm,
So Netflix was my way to stop thinking
yeah.
about all the projects or the pressure that I have or all the things that I have to do. Netflix was like, okay, baby, it's already night. You
Yeah,
need to go sleep.
yeah,
Tomorrow will be a next day.
yeah.
Netflix doesn't help me to stop the emotional congestion. It
Right, right,
it keep
right,
coming.
right. Oh wow. So Netflix is a distraction, but the emotional connection is just running alongside it.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Ooh. So what do we do with this pausing and reflecting? What do we do with it?
I don't know. I at least because I cannot control it.
Mm,
Um, I'm just kind of going with the flow.
yeah.
I really hope that, and and it's funny because I'm always giving hope to others.
Mm-hmm.
I really hope at this moment that others have, they are
Yeah.
right when they say this is going to pass. And
Yeah.
you're going to
Yeah.
be able to go through.
Yeah.
But it's weird because, like I say, it's feel too much.
Mm-hmm.
And I never been in this position where I cannot kind of control myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that it's important to learn how to pause,
Mm-hmm.
but I will be lying if I say that right now I'm able
Yeah.
to pause.
Yeah. 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 I'm taking in what you just said. You said it's important to pause, but you would be lying if you say that right now you're able to pause. That's deep. That's deep. That's a self-awareness of, you know, understanding and knowing the importance of pausing, but right now, just for whatever reason, you're just not able to, you know.
And I
And
think
when
that,
I heard you say, go ahead.
sorry, no, go ahead.
No, thank you. When I heard that, I said it back in my head and I said it out loud because I was asking myself, am I able to pause? Am I aware if I'm able to pause? Or am I just thinking that I'm pausing? Um, I don't know. I don't know. But for me, I think that in the past 3 years, I've been burnt out so many times, like so many times, that I was forced to pause. I didn't pause. My body paused me. Literally, my body shut me down because I'd been going on for so long that my body just shut me down. And when you said that, that's what I was thinking. I was like, did I pause? Or, no, I did not. I didn't pause. I didn't, I had an awareness that I needed to, but I didn't know how. So I think my body was graceful enough to pause me because my body was tired of me pushing through. My body was tired of me being strong, right? My body was tired of, when people say you got this, it's almost like a call to action. Yeah, I got this. But inside you're like, do I really got this? Right? So my body said, no, you don't. And my body shut me down. And what I mean by that is when I lie down, my body shuts. I mean, literally, it's like a computer power off. And that was so helpful to me because I needed the sleep. Because even when I'm lying down, I'm still reflecting. So my body had to literally power me off, and my body has continued powering me off. So I'm saying that to say I can't take credit for it because I didn't do it knowingly. My body has been shutting me down because my body has been aware that I need rest, but I was not able to do it by myself.
And this is the thing. My um my body doesn't shut down.
Mm,
I've been dealing with a lot of stuff all my life,
mm,
and my body always respond,
oh, wow.
always helping me to
Mm,
go through the process. Uh, but I know that at some point the body is going to get tired. And,
yeah,
and that's the part that I'm trying to avoid.
right.
Because I know that in some way I can push more.
Mm,
But I recognize that I'm in the age
yeah,
that if I try to continue doing what I've been doing
mm,
all this year,
yeah,
it's going to end badly. Uh,
right.
and yesterday with a client, I was telling her, uh, the body, it's have a lot of wisdom.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So you have two ways of dealing with the
Yeah,
body, or
yeah.
you just choose in a volunteer way to rest, or your body is going to find a way to put you in rest.
Yes. Yes.
And it will be in a way of panic attack, in a way
Mm-hmm.
of anxiety, in a way of
Yeah.
illness.
Yeah.
But your body is going to say enough is enough. So
Yeah.
I'm aware that this is the risk
Mm-hmm.
taking.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be aware that I don't want to be in that point
Yeah.
of end it in bed
Yeah.
because I'm really sick or because
Yeah.
I need to be, I don't know, hospitalized or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I know that I'm getting close to that because
Yeah.
something feel off,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know how to do it. So I
Yeah.
think that part, and now that I'm talking with you, I feel that part of all this reflecting process is looking
Yes.
for, you don't know how to pause.
Mm-hmm.
You have been dealing with everything in your life. You
Mm-hmm.
always go through, but
Mm-hmm.
this time feel different. And when
Yeah.
I hear people saying, you got this,
Yeah.
like you say, it feel like a pressure
Yes.
because I know that if I was in my past or my old self, I'm strong enough,
Mm-hmm.
I will get through,
Yeah.
but the cost,
Yeah.
it will be invisible. I
Yeah.
will pay the price without realizing.
Mm-hmm.
Today, I don't know how to do it,
Yeah.
but I'm already aware that I'm paying a price
Yeah.
that is going to be a lot if I continue playing the game of
Yeah.
that I'm the strong, I got this.
Yeah.
Because I know if I force myself to go through this, I
Yeah.
know that I can do it.
Yeah.
But I know it's an intuition.
Yeah.
If I force myself right now to go
Mm-hmm.
through this with the same surviving
Mm-hmm.
mechanism of defense,
Yeah. Yeah.
I will end in bed. I can
Yeah.
feel it. I cannot
Mm-hmm.
explain to people,
Yeah.
but it's like there is something wrong. I
Yeah.
cannot put a name, but I know that something huge need to change, and the
Yeah.
strategy of just trying harder is going to end bad. So
Yeah.
now I need to find a different way that I don't know how that looks.
Mm-hmm.
And the people around me that knows me as a strong person
Mm-hmm.
is like, no, I know that you can do this. And I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I know that I'm not doing it. So I
Yeah.
hear you. I want to believe you, but I know myself and I'm
Yeah.
not being doing it. I'm not that
Yeah.
strong person. I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm not the strongest person or I'm deciding to not be that strong person because
Yeah.
of the hiding cost. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I'm in this non-ending
Yeah.
reflecting where, where I
Yeah.
know that I need to pause,
Yeah.
but that's not, I don't know how to do it. And I don't
Yeah.
want that my body force me
Yeah.
to do it because my 3 kids depends of me for real.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's not an option to
Mm.
wait until my body shut down.
Mm.
I need to fix this before
Mm. Yeah.
getting to that point.
Yeah. And when you were talking about, like people, okay, I guess I feel like when you said when people say you got this and then you're like, I know I don't have this, right? I'm smiling because people, when they say these things, their intention is to support, encourage, motivate, empower, put whatever adjective you want to put there. But sometimes it's the opposite. It has the opposite effect, right? In trying to encourage, like you said, it puts pressure. So I guess I want to at least address it since we're talking, um, for people to be very mindful about the power of the words they're saying to the people that they're saying it to. right? Um, like, I mean, even as therapists, as well intentioned as we are, sometimes we may say something. You know, the hope is to encourage, empower, motivate. But if we pay attention to the nonverbal communication, body language, the way your body tenses up when someone says God, then you will know that that word or that phrase did not empower that person. That word or phrase literally, like you said, it's just like tension, like, oh my God. And so just, I guess, just me, that's just me encouraging and telling people to be aware that their words have power, but also to take it a step further and be aware, literally aware of who you're interacting with, so you can see their reaction and maybe edit what you're trying to say, or better yet, just say, hey, how can I help you, instead of you got this,
And
you
you're
know?
making a good point because to the people that I have around me, I say, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
Saying it aloud.
Yes.
I'm having the courage to say,
Yes.
this it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
And and it's funny because our first conversation was about, are you okay? And
Yep.
we
Yep.
were kind of talking about pretending that we were okay. I think
Mm-hmm,
that
mm-hmm.
from that moment to now,
Yeah.
I'm I'm saying no, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with a lot. I feel
Yeah.
sad. I sometimes I wake up crying. I go sleep
Mm-hmm,
crying.
mm-hmm,
I'm not
mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah.
And what I get back is like, you will get it. Like, you got it.
Yeah.
So I think that it's important kind of to listen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because yes, I know that those words coming from love, from empowerment,
Mm.
but it's feel like, okay, you don't get me. I
Yeah.
know that you care. I know that you
Mm-hmm,
want to be there for me, but
mm-hmm.
I'm telling you,
I'm not okay.
I'm not okay. I'm not
Yeah.
doing it. I don't feel strong. I don't
Mm-hmm.
got it.
Yeah.
And I think that it's important now that we're talking about this, how to maybe reach people around us that they are saying, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
And instead of seeing them like, yes, you got this, it's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
so if you're not okay, what do you need from me
Exactly.
while you are not okay? Because
Yes.
my problem doesn't have a solution. It's not something that you can give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's an internal thing. But
Mm-hmm.
being with someone during the process,
Mm-hmm.
like someone holding your hand, it could be physical or just emotional, but someone saying, okay, I know that is difficult,
Yeah.
but I'm here walking the
Yeah.
path with you.
Yeah.
It will be sometimes enough,
Yeah.
and not try to say, no, you're going to be outside of this. Look at the
Mm-hmm.
future. It's going
Mm-hmm.
to be
Mm-hmm.
there. No, right
Mm-hmm.
now I'm dealing with the present.
Yeah.
So how you can be in the present
Yeah.
with me holding my hand,
Yeah.
so I can feel that at least I'm not alone,
Yeah.
because I have to prove you,
Yeah.
or I try to prove myself. No, I'm strong. I have to believe
Mm-hmm.
this,
Mm-hmm.
or I
Mm-hmm.
have to prove you I'm not okay.
Yeah.
And when I reply like I'm okay, I'm just distracted, or
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretending,
Yeah.
because the reality is that it's not okay.
Yeah.
And I think that as human, as people, we need to hear sometimes what the other one is saying,
Yeah.
instead of thinking that we know what the other one is saying.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
so how do we listen, truly listen what the other is saying, maybe to help others to pause?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
I don't know. That was
Yeah. So for the, I guess for the sake of time, I just wanted to respond quickly. Um, I, when you were saying how do we encourage people to listen instead of just to respond, the phrase cognitive dissonance came up for me. So that's definitely something we'll have to talk, at another conversation. But when people listen to respond or listen to encourage or listen to motivate or whatever, I feel like they're trying to reduce their anxiety or their discomfort about what you just shared with them. Because here you are, right? Let's use your example as an example. Oh, Nelliana is such a strong woman. She is, and then you're telling them I'm not okay. That makes them feel uncomfortable. So they want to say something to you for two reasons. One, as silly as this sounds, to reduce. The first thing is, I want to reduce my discomfort, my anxiety about what you just shared with me. And then the second thing is, I want to empower you. But the first thing is, I'm uncomfortable with what you just shared with me because I see you as a strong woman. So you telling me you're not okay is making me anxious because if you're not okay, then that means I'm definitely screwed. So I'm going to say something to make myself feel better. And then it just happens to empower you, right? So that's what I'm thinking. And I think it'll be very interesting for us to have a conversation about cognitive dissonance. But I want to, with your permission, of course, since time is of the essence, if I could say it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to be sad, angry, mad, pissed off, cry, feel like you can't do it. It's okay to like lie in bed and watch Netflix and just feel your feelings. It's okay. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it because it's human. It's a reaction to whatever you're going through at that moment.
And I love that you are saying this because I think that this is a beautiful way to close. Uh,
Mhm.
being aware that you are not okay and giving yourself permission to not be
Yes.
okay in
Yeah.
some way, I didn't realize until now, it's a way of pausing and
Yes.
reflecting. Uh,
Mhm.
so maybe I've been doing without realizing,
Yeah.
uh, because accepting that you're not okay and not pushing and going through in
Mhm.
some way, it's it's a different speed,
Yeah. Yeah.
that it's a pausing that doesn't
Mhm.
have to be just a stop
Mhm.
everything.
Mhm.
It's just
Mhm.
stopping small things.
Yes.
uh so as always, I love this
Yes.
conversation.
Same here. Same here. Well, I guess I want to do something different. If you like this conversation, like and share. And we look forward to talking with you on something else that is raw and real and authentic. For joining us.